With the arrival of the remix season, the story takes a dramatic turn. The fate of the island is now in the golden paws of a cat. Or is it? It's time to dive deep into the mind-blowing events that will transition us to Chapter 6 and explore how they might overlap with Meowda's plans. What did Midas do in the past to become such an iconic character? And what is his alternate version willing to do now? How did the device event impact Fortnite lore? This is more than just a story, it's a saga, a tale that spans mythology, complex motives, power struggles, and shocking twists. So grab your popcorn, get comfy, and let's uncover why the return of Chapter 2 is one of the most talked about moments in Fortnite history. Meowda's and Pandora's box have a common thread. They both originate from Greek mythology. Yes, Pandora's box is still somewhere on the island, and Hope is guiding us with some secret voice logs that you can discover.
But Pandora's box is a part of something bigger. I can't shake the sense that I'm a part of it too. I don't know where I'm going or when we'll see each other again. So if this is goodbye, it's been nice being your sister.
In theory, Meowda's could, similar to Dr. Doom, collect all the fragments of Pandora's box to ultimately eliminate the storm that takes down players in the final event of this chapter. But let's break it down step by step. To truly understand Meowda's future actions and the agency's plans, we need to dive into his alternate version for clues. Let's start from the beginning. Before we jump headlong into Meowda's story, let's revisit Midas, Fortnite's Golden King, and understand where he came from. His inspiration actually goes back to ancient Greek mythology, a source rich with stories of tragedy, power, and lessons about the dangers of unchecked ambition. In these ancient tales, King Midas was a powerful ruler blessed, or cursed, depending on how you see it, with the power to turn everything he touched into gold. The gods granted him this incredible gift, giving him the ability to amass unimaginable wealth. But as is often the case with such powers, this gift came at a heavy price. In a fateful accident, Midas touched his beloved daughter, transforming her into a lifeless golden statue. The myth is a classic tale of irony and unintended consequences, and it serves as a cautionary reminder that even the greatest gifts can become curses if not wielded wisely. Our Midas in Fortnite echoes these ancient themes of power, wealth, and the hidden costs of ambition. But there's one key difference. Fortnite's Midas didn't simply inherit the power of the Golden Touch, he earned it. His journey through Fortnite's storyline is a testament to his brilliance, his strength, and his insatiable hunger for control. Fast forward to Fortnite, where Midas's arrival on the island was not just an introduction, it was the beginning of an era. He didn't just show up like any other character. Midas arrived with purpose, a mastermind with a plan to reshape the entire island and its fate. The community was buzzing with curiosity, especially when hints of a golden skeleton Oro began appearing well before Midas's official debut. But many players mistakenly believe that Midas's true first appearance was during Fortnite's spy-themed season in Chapter 2. In reality, the first hints of a character with a golden touch appeared much earlier, at the end of Chapter 2, Season 1. During that time, Fortnite's community began to notice an unusual phenomenon. A mansion at the center of the map started to change. Week after week, objects inside this mysterious building transformed into solid gold, creating an aura of mystery that captivated the entire Fortnite community. Who could be behind this golden phenomenon? Theories ran rampant, and some players even uncovered files hinting at a mysterious golden skeleton, sparking further speculation. Was this skeleton the first look at a new character? Could it be a clue about an upcoming event? Little did players know that these golden hints were the first foreshadowing of one of Fortnite's most enigmatic figures, Midas himself. When Season 2 of Chapter 2 finally arrived, Fortnite fans were introduced to Midas in all his enigmatic, larger-than-life glory. He wasn't just any character. Midas came with an empire, resources, and the sheer ambition that few could match. With his immense wealth, Midas quickly established dominance over the island, transforming key locations into fortified bases. He took over the grotto, the shark, the rig, and the yacht, converting each location into a strategic stronghold with a specific purpose. But his main headquarters, the true center of his empire, was the Agency, a towering fortress where Midas gathered the best spies from across the Zero reality. The agency wasn't just a building, it was the heart of Midas's operation, a place where plans were hatched, secrets were kept, and alliances were forged. However, Midas wasn't simply content with amassing wealth and power. He was a genius, a visionary, and a strategist. His golden touch didn't just transform objects into gold. It turned ordinary spies into legends, making them loyal followers in his quest for control. But Midas wasn't satisfied with just building an empire. He had a far more ambitious plan in mind. Behind the scenes, he orchestrated a complex scheme involving two rival organizations, Alter and Ego. These two factions, though they appeared to be at odds, were both pieces in Midas's grand game. Under his control, they became shadows and ghosts, setting the stage for an all-out war. To the untrained eye, this conflict appeared to be just another battle between rival factions. But for Midas, it was part of a highly sophisticated strategy. Both Alter and Ego acted as informants, gathering critical intelligence about the island and its hidden forces. Through these factions, Midas discovered one of Fortnite's greatest secrets, the location of the Zero Point. Buried deep beneath the agency, this mysterious source of power was the key to unlocking the island's mysteries, and for Midas, it marked the beginning of his boldest and most dangerous plan. The significance of the Zero Point cannot be overstated. For players, the Zero Point is the unseen force that controls the island's time-looped nature. Every match, every battle, every moment on the island is part of a continuous loop that resets, erasing memories and creating an endless cycle. To us, the players, these resets are simply a chance to jump back into the game, to play another match, to experience the thrill of Battle Royale again and again. But for the characters within Fortnite's universe, the loop is a prison, an inescapable cycle where they are forced to relive the same battles over and over, with their memories wiped clean after each reset. Overseeing this cycle is a shadowy organization known as the Imagine Order. This mysterious group controls everything, from the patterns of loot drops to the storm circles, and even the path of the battle bus. But their influence doesn't end there. The Order governs the island's item shop, curating the selection of skins and items, and they are even responsible for pulling characters from other universes into the loop, trapping them in its relentless cycle. Batman, for instance, found himself ensnared by the Order, forced to fight in an endless battle royale far from his home in Gotham. But Midas was different. He wasn't just another character caught in the loop. Midas was a mastermind, a strategist, a visionary who saw through the illusion of the loop and began plotting his escape. Season 2 of Chapter 2 became the stage for Midas's most daring plan, a high-stakes operation centered on a device unlike any other, the Doomsday Device. Working closely with his daughter, Jules, Midas constructed this powerful machine with one goal in mind: to shatter the loop and free the island's inhabitants from their endless reset. As the season progressed, the Doomsday Device began to come to life, powering up within Midas's chamber. Mysterious blueprints appeared, strange artifacts were gathered, and even a peculiar suit of armor, the Storm Shield, was crafted. This armor was designed to withstand the brutal storms that surrounded the island, protecting its wearer from the loop's devastating effects. It was clear that Midas wasn't just building a machine, he was preparing for a battle of epic proportions. Finally, the moment arrived. In a season finale that would go down in Fortnite history, the Doomsday Device activated, unleashing a wave of power that tore through the agency, shaking the island to its core. Midas's plan was in motion, and for a brief moment, it seemed that he would succeed in breaking the loop. But as with all grand plans, something went terribly wrong. The device malfunctioned, spiraling out of control. Realizing the impending disaster, the Order of the Loop took drastic measures, flooding the entire island in a desperate attempt to preserve the cycle. In a cruel twist of fate, Midas's final confrontation brought him face to face with a deadly shark, a battle that seemed to seal his fate and mark the end of his story. Or so it seemed. Despite his apparent demise, Midas wasn't truly gone. He returned during Fortnite's Halloween 2020 event, known as Fortnitemares, this time as a ghostly figure bent on revenge. This wasn't the original Midas. It was a spectral version, a shadow of his former self who had come back to the island to haunt those who remained. This Halloween event quickly became one of Fortnite's most celebrated, a haunting yet triumphant return for the Golden King. Creative director Donald Mustard even hinted at Midas's possible return in future storylines, fueling fan theories and excitement for years. The years passed, and players continued to hope for Midas's full return. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the Golden King made his way back to Fortnite. But this time, something felt different. Something that hinted at a finality to his story. A recent post from Epic Games suggested that Midas was seeking to escape the island once and for all, hinting that this might be the end of his tale. Perhaps the current creative director realized that while Midas was a beloved character, it was time to bring his storyline to a close. An event was organized to reveal what happened to Midas during his years away, finally providing fans with the answers they had long been waiting for. But as the saying goes, even kings don't rule forever, and maybe, just maybe, it's better this way. If Midas's journey truly ends here, then he departs on a high note, leaving behind a legacy that will forever be remembered in Fortnite's history. For those who have followed Midas from his first appearance, this is a bittersweet farewell. And for those who are just discovering his story, it's a reminder that Fortnite's universe is filled with tales as rich and complex as the characters who inhabit it. Midas may be gone, but his influence will live on, forever intertwined with the history of Fortnite. The Golden King has taken his last bow, but his story will continue to echo in the memories of players around the world. Whether you were a fan from the beginning, or are only now discovering his story, Midas's legacy is undeniable. He leaves behind a story that is as complex, thrilling, and unforgettable as Fortnite itself. As we turn the page and prepare for Fortnite's next chapter, it's only fitting to reflect on all that Chapter 5 brought to the game. With its captivating blend of exploration, mythological elements, rugged survival, and iconic collaborations, Chapter 5 truly offered something unforgettable for everyone. Each of the 4 seasons introduced fresh experiences and challenges that pushed loopers to think differently, collaborate, and embrace the island's ever-changing world. Season 1. Underground launched us into Chapter 5 with a bold new direction, taking players beneath the island's surface to discover a hidden civilization. For many, this season felt like venturing into uncharted territory, uncovering secrets of a lost era and encountering remnants of an ancient society. The introduction of an underground biome, mysterious caverns, and relics from the past gave the season a distinct sense of adventure. Gameplay mechanics evolved with the addition of trains and unique vehicle mods, such as bulletproof tires and roof-mounted machine guns, making exploration more thrilling than ever. The Underground season set a high bar by combining nostalgia for exploration with innovation, allowing players to traverse through the island's toughest terrains while feeling like explorers of Fortnite's past. Season 2. Myths and Mortals elevated Chapter 5 to a legendary level, pulling players into a realm of Greek mythology. This season reimagined Fortnite as a battleground for gods, complete with mythic abilities like Zeus's thunderbolt and the wings of Icarus. These special powers allowed players to feel like demigods, wielding lightning, soaring through the skies, and engaging in battles that felt straight out of mythological epics. Players faced down mythical enemies and powerful figures like Hades and Ares, transforming the island into a divine arena. The Myths and Mortals Battle Pass allowed fans to embody legendary gods such as Zeus, Poseidon, and Medusa, making this season a magical blend of power, lore, and challenge. It was a season where strategy met storytelling, and every battle felt like a page from an ancient legend. Season 3. Wrecked brought a complete shift in tone as a colossal sandstorm swept across the island, altering the landscape into a harsh, post-apocalyptic wasteland. Inspired by survival movies and desert landscapes, this season introduced players to the Wasteland Warriors, a band of rough and ready characters who made their homes amid the ruins and dust. Key points of interest, like the Redline rig and the chaotic Nitrodome, added excitement and challenge to survival-style gameplay. With the introduction of explosive vehicles, nitro boosts, and armor modifications, players adapted to combat in a setting that was both brutal and exhilarating. Season 3 was all about the thrill of survival and adapting to extreme conditions, giving Fortnite fans a fresh perspective on battle and endurance. Season 4. Marvel Redux closed out Chapter 5 with a crossover that reintroduced Marvel superheroes to the Fortnite universe, bringing iconic heroes and villains to the island once more. This final season celebrated the legendary characters that players had grown to love, from Iron Man to Doctor Doom. Marvel Redux also paid tribute to past collaborations, allowing fans to experience familiar Marvel-inspired landscapes and face off against powerful boss enemies. With the return of iconic locations like the Raft, where players could battle formidable foes, this season became a fitting tribute to Fortnite's long-standing relationship with Marvel. It reminded players of the epic battles from past seasons while setting the stage for a thrilling grand finale. It was a season of nostalgia, where every battle felt like a tribute to the fans who had been there since the beginning. As we say goodbye to Chapter 5, we reflect on its impact, not just as a series of seasons, but as a time that brought us together as a community. The experiences we shared in Fortnite Chapter 5 will remain as lasting memories for those who joined in the explorations, stood alongside legends, endured the wasteland, and fought with Marvel heroes by our side. Chapter 5 is more than just gameplay. It's about the friendships forged, the teamwork in tough matches, and the joy of logging in with friends to see what surprises Epic had in store for us. Farewell, Fortnite Chapter 5. You were a blend of innovation, mythology, survival, and legendary battles. Here's to the adventures, the discoveries, and the bonds we created in your unique world. We're ready to see what comes next, but we'll always carry these memories with us, etched in the sands of the wasteland, beneath the island's surface, and in the skies where gods once roamed. Here's to the next chapter, and to the spirit of Fortnite that keeps us coming back, season after season. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Fortnite Chapter 5. What was your favorite season, favorite locations, and favorite weapons? Share them in the comments below. Now that we know about his feline alternate version, only time will tell how these events will unfold. Will Meowdas search for Pandora's box and attempt to unleash its power to break the loop? Or is there someone behind him, with him just as a former agent? There's a lot to uncover this season before we move to Chapter 6. And if you missed the Remix Prelude event, here's a full recap of it.